I was 2 weeks into my Spanish learning journey and I was frustrated. I was learning, but I felt like I wasn't learning enough. Duolingo introduces new words and concepts at a snail's pace, and to be honest, it gets kind of repetitive and boring. Woot woot. Also, I feel like I don't need the word for skirt just yet. What I need are my basic verbs. You know, the stuff that people use all the time. When I saw this video where a guy was talking about how journaling in his target language really helped his word recall and fluency, I figured I'd give it a go. I journaled about 2 pages and then I stalled out. My vocabulary is just so limited at the moment that I don't have the words to fully express myself, even creatively. But I did enjoy the practice of writing by hand in my target language. Then I had a thought, what if I use the journal to study something that I'm watching? So that's what I did. The show I chose was the live action One Piece, which I dubbed into Spanish and had Spanish subtitles with. I have found that this show does a decent job of matching the subtitles to the words being spoken. Also, the main actor for this show speaks fluent Spanish and did the dubbing for his character in the Spanish version, which is fun. So here's what I'm doing. I'm transcribing every word spoken in this episode. Having subtitles on helps a whole bunch for this, both to know what's being said and for how to spell them. Every word that I don't know, I underline, and then I look up the translation, and then I try to describe the word in Spanish in the notebook. You gotta get pretty creative with these descriptions sometimes because my vocabulary is limited and I can't just give a dictionary definition. So for like the word empujen, which means to push, I wrote like when a woman has a baby, she must push. But then some words I just don't have the vocab to describe. So for example, for the word back, I just drew a little stick figure person and had an arrow going to their back so that I'd know that I was talking about the back. I don't know, I'm just having fun with it and doing my best. I'll be honest, it took a long time. To get through that one 40-minute episode, I probably spent about 8 hours transcribing everything, looking up words and describing them. My hand was cramping and my brain felt like it was going to melt out of my ears. But I kept going because I felt like I was making progress. By the end of the episode, I was writing down whole paragraphs of dialogue before I had to stop and define a word. I feel like this strategy is really helping me learn a bunch of new words. And the words and phrases that are getting repeated the most often are the ones that I feel like I'm learning the fastest, which is useful because they're the ones that are getting used the most often. Also, all those tiny little words like en, al, lo, that feel like they've got about a bajillion different meanings depending on the context, I'm starting to get a sense for them as well. They're harder to pin down, but I'm starting to get a grasp of the breadth of each of those words. Not there yet, but I feel better about them than I did before. And like, I know with a show like One Piece about a guy who wants to go sail the world and be king of the pirates is maybe not all like the most applicable vocab. Like, do I really need to know the word tripulación? Probably not. But then again, I love sailing, so maybe I do. Finally, I had finished the painstaking job of transcribing the episode, but there was one final step I had to take. I had to watch the episode again to see how much I'd learned and just get the chance to enjoy it. That was so much fun. I feel like I definitely understood a whole bunch more the second time I watched through. I also felt like it was a good way to get a review of the words that I had studied in context and at speed. There were definitely some words and phrases that still slipped by me, and I wasn't quite able to puzzle out their meaning, but overall, I'm really pleased with how much I feel like I was able to understand. I'm definitely gonna keep doing this because I feel like it's growing my comprehension and my vocab faster than anything else I've ever tried. And now that it's done, I have one final exercise that I want to do. I want to take the words that I've defined and start using them in sentences of my own. You know, just like play with the language a little more and make it my own. I'm not expecting it to be pretty. I still only know the present simple in Spanish, but I'll put some of the sentences that I write at the end of this video. So if you want to try and guess which episode I watched based off of the sentences that I write and the vocab that I'm practicing, go ahead and leave your guesses in the comments down below. Also, if you see any glaring mistakes, feel free to offer corrections or improvements in the comments down below. I'm always happy to learn. If you liked this video, go ahead and hit the like button. And if you like videos about learning new things, learning new skills, building on existing skills, go ahead and hit subscribe because we're always learning something new on this channel. The thesis of this channel is to prove to you that you can learn the things that you want to learn, you can achieve the things that you want to achieve, that it's possible. And so, yeah, go ahead and hit subscribe. Jesus loves you, and I do too. El mayordomo tiene una cabeza grande. El mayordomo siempre es el que asesino la mujer o el hombre de la casa. El abogado necesita ayudar al mayordomo. Es difícil porque el mayordomo amenazó todos los hombres con matar. Tal vez el abogado no se gusta su trabajo. El mayor amigo del abogado se dice: necesitas un otro trabajo.